So assalamu alaikum and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to discuss the common techniques to loop our dictionary and a complete overview of sets. First of all, let's go to dictionary, and I have done all of this loop usage with dictionary in a very practical way in my previous two project videos. You can see that on the screen right now, their thumbnails, and I will also attach a link in the description, and you can check that. I will also pin down the playlist so you can access my whole playlist, and but still I will just give an overview of how loops work with dictionaries. So here is this dictionary, and we are using for loop, and this is the loop variable, and this function, this method returns the values in the form of object view and copies them to price, and we get this price on our screen, price values on our screen. And just like that, dot item returns the tuple which contains both the key value pairs, and we can, as this returns a tuple, we can unpack those two values in order in two loop variables like this, and we can update them and enumerate, and we can also use enumerate on our dictionary. What it will do, it will uh, keep track of the index of the elements in our dictionary that we are using in the loop, and we can also use zip function with that. Okay, let's do just these questions, and let's move on to sets. So which dictionary method when used in loop allows you to access the key value pairs stored in the dictionary? So a method which allows us to access the key value pairs, it is items. When using enumerate with dictionary items, what does the first loop variable present? The index or count of the key value pair. Which method would you use if you need to iterate our dictionary and access only the keys? So we use only dot keys. Okay, so now we are on our sets module. So let's explain and read it. So sets are one of the Python's built-in data structure. In this data structure, Python allows us to only store non-duplicate values, and in an unordered way. We can define them in Python using uh, the curly braces. First of all, we have to make a variable, like I can make a variable numbers equals to, and curly braces, and then we can write any value or we want to add into our set, but we can only include three types of values. So what are those values? Those are strings, numbers, and tuples. So why only three? Because set is a data structure that is immutable, and it only allows the elements to be of sorry, set is a mutable data structure, and it only allows immutable data types as its value. So we have uh, seen immutable data types so far as they are strings, numbers, and tuples. So we can only add these three types of values in our sets, and we can add them like name, and for the age I will write a number, no matter an integer or a float. And tuples, so I can add a tuple like in this I can use any data type, because a tuple is immutable in itself, and we can add any data type in it. So I can add address Pakistan. So okay, this is our set. Now we can print it on the screen. Set. Now let's run it, and yes, we can see this set where our elements are shown, and all of the elements are immutable data types. And now, so okay, another thing is that we cannot access the specific elements of the set by an index, because they are stored randomly. And yes, this gives us key errors. So it is written here that sets are mutable and unordered, and because of this the elements are not stored in any specific order, and thus we cannot use indices or keys to access them. If we try to initialize an empty set using these empty curly braces, Python will mistake it for a dictionary, because dictionary also uses curly braces. And if we cut this out and write the type and get the type of numbers, then we can see that it mistakes it for a dictionary. But we don't want to initialize a dictionary, we want to initialize a set. For that purpose, to initialize an empty set, we use a set constructor and give it no parameter. So now this will show class set, and yes, this shows us class set. And set also supports mathematical operations like union, intersection, set difference, and symmetric difference. We can add element in our set, and we can start numbers here, and we can add elements in our set using the add method, to which we give the value to be stored in our set. So if I give 1, this will store 1 in our set, and yes, it stores 1 in our set. What if I give it multiple values? Okay, we cannot give it multiple values. What if I initialize or manually type in values like 1 2 3 4, and I add it again? So there will be no change in our set, because it does not allow any duplicates, and we are adding a number that already has an instance in our set. And there are two methods to remove elements from a set, which are numbers dot discard, which takes the element you want to remove. I want to remove 2, and run. Okay, it removed 2 from our set. What if I give it a number or a value that does not exist in our set, and it does not give any error? So for that purpose, we have another method that is remove, I think. Yes, that is remove. That gives an error when that works same like the discard method. Like it takes a value and removes it from our set, but it gives another feature that if that value is not available in our set, then it gives us a key value. It gives us a key error. So you will be able to see now. Yes, and it gives a key error. Let's move on. If you want to clear our whole string, okay, if you want to clear our whole set, we can use the clear method. And yes, the set is clear now. And we can check whether uh, a sub a set is the subset or the superset of another set. So we can make two sets. One is down. So I have made another set in which I have intentionally left two of the elements that are already in the first set, and another and added another two unique elements. So let's remove this clear and let's run it again. Okay, let's also comment this out. Numbers, we want to, yeah, let's also comment this out. Okay, so we want to check whether our first set or whether our first set is the subset of the second set, or we can say whether the second set is the subset of the first set. So we can check that using the dot and is subset and the other set name which we want to check with. So this check whether the numbers 2 is subset of the numbers 1 set, and it returns a boolean value. Okay, it returns false because not all the elements of numbers 2 set are in the what we say numbers 1 set. So what if I expand it to 5, 6? Now it will give true. Yes, now it gives true. Let's go back. Okay, we can do the same with is a superset. This checks whether the number 1 dot is superset of number, that whether the number 2 set contains the number 1 set. If number 2 set contains all the elements of the number 1 set, then it returns true, but in this case it returns false. If we go back to our previous edit or update we did here, now the numbers 1 set contains all the elements of the numbers 2 set. So numbers 1 set is the superset of numbers 2 set. So we can say that number 1 is superset of number 2, and this will give us true. And yes, it gives us true. And there is also another method which is disjoint. Okay, let's copy paste this and superset. Okay, so numbers 1 is this checks whether the whether both of the sets are disjoint and the elements both of them contains are unique or not. And it says that number 1 and number 2 are not unique because they contain some of the values that are common in both of them. So if I give it totally random values like 7, 8, 9 and 0, okay, 9 and 0, then it will show true, because both of these sets are disjoint and there are no common element in any of them. Let's move on. Okay, we can use in operator to check whether an element is in our set or not, like print print, and we can check whether 5 in numbers 2, and it gives true or false based on the availability of the value in the set, and it gives true because 5 is in these numbers 2 set. There are other operations on sets, like we can do numbers 1 and this bar operator and numbers 2. And what does this does the union set function on both of the sets, so we get a new set from both of these and we can store them into another variable. But what if I check numbers 1 now? Okay, it does not change. What if I check numbers 2? It does not change. So I can assign it to any other variable that will get the new set, or we can use it in the statement directly or the print function directly, and yes, we are getting the whole 0 1 2 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, this ordered the whole of the list into an ascending order, and so this does the this is the union operator, and this is the intersection operator that returns the set containing the elements that are common in both of the sets. Put ampersand here, it will return the elements that are common both, but there are no common elements, so we will get an empty set. Yes, we get an empty set. But what if we have a common element like 2, and yes, we get the set with 2. And there is also a method where we can find the difference. So what is the difference of two sets? Suppose we have this and we put a minus here, so we will only get elements from number 1 set that are not in the number 2 set. So if I put it here, let's change minus, and because these elements are not in the second set, so that is why we are getting in these elements in the new set. And what were they? 0 8 9 7, 0 8 9 7, and 2 is not included, you know why. And this sign, I don't know what this sign is. Okay, so we will get elements that are in either of the sets, but not in both of the sets. So we will get 7 8 9 0, and we will not get 2, and we will get all of the other elements. So this is like the opposite of intersection, and yes, we are not getting 2 and all of the other elements. And we can use them using equal or augmented assignment operator, or use them as augmented assignment operators combined with equal. And what it will do, it will store the result of the operator into a set that is being used. Like we are uh, doing this set difference on two sets, my set and your set, and they will be they will be they will have uh, an operation on them using the difference operator, and the result will be stored back into my set. And do some questions. Which of the following is the core characteristics of Python sets? Elements are unique, no, and unordered. So this is not, this also is not. Elements are unique and unordered. Okay, yes, elements are unique because they are not uh, duplicate values. What operator is used to check if an element is present in a set? In which set operation returns a new set with the elements that are present in either of the set? It is symmetric difference. Okay, yes, so this was the set introduction and a comprehensive view on sets. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and also ask me questions on uh, what would you do with sets, or how would you use them in your projects, and also try to give me some project ideas. And tomorrow maybe I will post another project video. So this is it for today. uh, till next time, and also don't forget to rate my explanation and English pronunciation, because this is my goal to improve my English uh, communication. Till the next video, Allah Hafiz.